Have you ever felt afraid to express your beliefs openly? If so, you are not alone. This is a reality for many Muslims who feel apprehensive about practicing their faith in public life. It's a silent struggle, one that often goes unnoticed, yet carries significant weight. Let's delve deeper into this issue. What drives this fear? Why do some of us feel the need to conceal our beliefs? The answer is complex and multifaceted, just like the society we live in. For some, it is the negative stereotypes and misconceptions about Islam that are pervasive in media and popular culture. These stereotypes paint a distorted picture of the religion, leading to misunderstandings and prejudice. Discrimination is another contributing factor. Whether it's subtle bias or overt hostility, discriminatory attitudes can make Muslims feel unwelcome or unsafe in certain spaces. It's not just about feeling uncomfortable. This discrimination can have real, tangible effects on people's lives, affecting their job prospects, their social relationships, and their access to public services. But the impact of this fear goes beyond the external world. It seeps into the minds and hearts of individuals, impacting their self-expression and mental health. When you're constantly worried about how others perceive you, it can lead to feelings of isolation, anxiety, and self-doubt. It can make you question your identity and your place in the world. This isn't just about religious freedom, it's about human dignity. It's about the right to be yourself, to express your beliefs and values without fear of judgment or persecution. Imagine living in a world where you could practice your faith freely, without fear. What would that look like? As we unpack this issue, let's keep this vision in mind. It's a reminder of what we're striving for, a society that embraces diversity, promotes understanding, and upholds the dignity of all its members. The fear doesn't appear from nowhere. It has roots deep and often tangled. Now let's take a step back and explore the root causes of this fear that many Muslims experience when expressing their faith in public life. At the core of this fear lies media representation. Media, in all its forms, holds the power to shape perceptions and opinions. When Muslims are continually portrayed in a negative light, as is often the case, it feeds into stereotypes and misconceptions. These portrayals can foster a climate of fear and suspicion towards Muslims, making it difficult for them to openly practice their faith without fear of judgment or backlash. Next, let's consider the political climate. Politics can significantly influence public attitudes towards different groups. Unfortunately, in many parts of the world, anti-Muslim rhetoric has been leveraged for political gains. This not only heightens the fear and anxiety Muslims may feel, but also creates a hostile environment where they may be afraid to express their faith openly. Lastly, societal prejudice plays a significant role. Prejudice, whether it's conscious or unconscious, can lead to discrimination and marginalization. When society holds prejudiced views about Islam and Muslims, it can create an environment of fear and intimidation. Muslims may feel compelled to hide their faith to avoid being ostracized or targeted. These factors, individually and collectively, contribute to a hostile environment for Muslims who want to practice their faith openly. But it's important to remember that these are not insurmountable challenges. These roots of fear can be untangled, but it requires understanding, empathy, and concerted efforts from all of us. So, how do we begin to address these issues? Well, it starts with acknowledging them. By recognizing the role of media representation, political climate, and societal prejudice in fostering fear, we can begin to challenge and change these narratives. Understanding the root of the problem is the first step towards overcoming it. As we move forward, let's bear this in mind. Let's strive to create a world where everyone, regardless of their faith, can express it freely and without fear. Now that we've understood the problem, how do we go about solving it? A question that hangs in the air, begging for answers, for solutions. First and foremost, we need to encourage education and dialogue about Islam. The fear of the unknown is a powerful force, but the light of knowledge can dispel that fear. We must foster understanding and empathy through education. Schools, community centers, workplaces, and online platforms can serve as arenas for these discussions. The goal is to combat ignorance with knowledge, to replace misconceptions with truths, and to foster a sense of unity in our shared humanity. But education is not enough. The media plays a significant role in shaping perceptions. We need to advocate for more positive representation of Muslims in media. We need to see Muslims as teachers, doctors, artists, entrepreneurs, and heroes, not just as victims or villains. We need to celebrate the diversity and richness of Muslim cultures, histories, and contributions to society. However, individual actions and media representation alone cannot bring about the change we need. We must call for systemic changes to ensure equal rights and protections for all, regardless of faith. This means advocating for laws and policies that protect religious freedom and prevent discrimination. It means holding our leaders and institutions accountable for upholding these rights. It means standing up against hate, intolerance, and injustice wherever we see it. Breaking these barriers will not be easy. It will require courage, commitment, and concerted effort from all of us. It will require us to challenge our own biases, to listen with open minds, and to stand up for what is right even when it is difficult. But remember, every journey starts with a single step. Every change begins with a single action, and every barrier can be broken one brick at a time. Change is not easy, but it is necessary, and it starts with each one of us. So what can you do to make a difference? Let's start with education. Familiarize yourself with the tenets of Islam, understand its teachings, and share this knowledge with those around you. This is a powerful tool in dispelling misconceptions and fostering understanding. Next, don't be a silent observer. If you witness negative stereotypes or unjust treatment, stand up and challenge them. Your voice can be a beacon of change, shedding light on the truth and promoting empathy and respect for all faiths. And finally, support policies that champion equality and inclusivity. Vote for leaders who uphold these values and advocate for policies that protect everyone's right to practice their faith freely. Remember, every effort counts, no matter how small. Together we can create a world where everyone can practice their faith freely and openly. The change starts with you.